How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to JDC Studio. My name is Jacob, and this is going to be my last NCS song ranking of the year 2025. This year has been quite a ride in terms of that, and of course other things, but I can't wait for 2026 as I bet it's going to be even better. This last video will be ranking Miles T's top 20 favorite NCS songs. And man, this must have been one of the toughest lists so far to rank, as every single one of those songs were ones I liked. And for a top 20, that says a lot, but just wait until you see me rank his top 100, assuming I have any time or patience to be able to do that anywhere in the near future, considering the 100 side projects I have. But anyway, let's kick off the last song ranking of the year, starting with number 20. My rating on this song hasn't really changed, but I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that the 1-year anniversary of my first NCS song ranking, which included this song, has now passed. How time flies. I give this a 72 out of 100. This is probably one of the best lists I've ranked alongside Max's, considering that even the lowest is above a 70. Number 18 is Time by Third Prototype and Lex Dave featuring Yohama Solange, which is Miles' 12th favorite NCS song. Not much here to dislike in my opinion, although this still definitely has areas that could be improved. Prominently the very standard drops. Luckily the off-drop instrumentation enhances my interest, especially the long intro and outro as always. More lyrics also would have done better justice, but the auto-tune makes it dope. I give this a 75 out of 100. Number 16 is Fly by Francis Durrell featuring Parker Pohill, which is Miles' 11th favorite NCS song. The verses, which tell someone's story about achieving dreams over an emotional piano and string pairing, is pulled off phenomenally. The drop is where things go a little downhill, however, as the chords used feel quite empty. Fortunately, the arpeggios in each latter half add credit due to taking me back to the 2015 Green Circles. Speaking of which, you should check out me and On Cloud 9's collab ranking those songs. I give this song a 79 out of 100. Number 15 is Home by Konak, which is Miles' 7th favorite NCS song. Quite an ironic name if you ask me, because this actually sounds like the perfect vacation song, alongside basically all of Continuum's discography, which I can't wait to touch on someday. The unique summer vibe gimmick helped by the sound design and atmosphere are something else. Part of me wishes there was better general structuring throughout, but some songs have it worse. I give this an 83 out of 100. Let's go. Number 14 is Supernatural by Ken Ashcorp remixed by Laszlo, which is Miles' 15th favorite NCS song. This over Home was another tough decision, but it had to be made. While this does have a much older feel, which I usually don't prefer over fresh aquaticness, it still manages to sound super lively and joyous all around, due to elements such as the melody and background piano and the drops, and even more sentimental built-up chord progression than in the rest of the song. The amped intro stood out to me as well, along with the outro's groovy beat. Laszlo's quite a talented man for all this, although many of his other songs prove this more. I give this an 84 out of 100. Number 13 is Waking Up by Culture Code and Reggaeton, which is Miles' 16th favorite NCS song. In general, this sounds much more hometownish than Home itself, but I don't consider that a pointer at all thanks to the nostalgia I have for house music. On the contrary, the extended intro and outro here are more unique than usual due to the dope pitching up chords. The theme of the lyrics is a potential holdback, but the build-ups and drops deliver, and I don't mind the slightly basic beat. I give this an 86 out of 100. Number 12 is Brighter by the Two Friends featuring Jeff Sontag and I Am Lightyear, which is Miles' 17th favorite NCS song. A step up from Sedated for sure. The telephone sound effect after yet another long intro is such a creative detail. So is the duet concept, although like the last song, I might have a slight problem with its theme. Finally, the drop melody is very delightful and the melodub beat switch up highly redeems its dullness. I give this an 87 out of 100. Number 11 is Angel by Vans and Reunify featuring Parker Pohill and Bibi ANZ, which is Miles' 6th favorite NCS song. I honestly feel bad putting the amazing song this is this low, but that just goes to show how incredibly good this list is. Anyway, I adore the absolutely refreshing sound design throughout the whole song, something that's quite hard to come across, therefore making a gem in my eyes. However, I also feel like this should have had more variety for its length, as this makes a lot of sections feel dragged on. Not to mention, the theme of the lyrics confused me a bit, as they sound subtly Christian even though I know they're not. Overall, though, this track is beautiful. I give it an 88 out of 100. Number 10 is Where Was I by Wales and Roy Yeager featuring Ashley Apollodor, which is Miles' 18th favorite NCS song. As you've probably guessed, the instrumentation got me hooked, since it's a combination of orchestral verses and dubstep drops. The post-drop guitar replaying the drop melody was unexpected, but all the more added variety, similarly to the ending major piano chord, which in my opinion concludes things much better than it would have otherwise. And while I can't help but feel that the vocals are sung at unnecessarily high notes, it also really enhances the heroicness, so I don't know. I give this an 89 out of 100. Number 8 is Hansonic by Venikeva featuring Jordan Varelli, which is Miles' 8th favorite NCS song. Definitely one of Vena's best on this label, although Donuts still beats it. Something that really stands out to me here is how beautifully the completely different styles mix together. The guitar brings in farmland vibes, the piano reflective vibes, synthly galactic vibes, and lyrics ambitious. Dang, that takes skill to pull off. The middle drop with the kinda neuro-funky bass brings things down just a tad, but come on, everything else makes it almost unbothersome. I give this a 90 out of 100.
Join forces. Gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
This has to be the biggest opinion change from video to video that I've ever had before. I never disliked this song, as in the top 100 viewed video, I still said it sounded nice. I just didn't see it as anything special and was honestly rather neutral about it. But I cannot say the same thing now, because just a few months after that, and now it's been over a year, as I listened to it a few more times, I finally started to realize just how deep and emotional this work of art truly is. First of all, the intro has the most soothing arpeggios with a slightly dramatic dubstep beat, making for an exquisite attention grabber. Half a minute in, everything goes melancholy. The true chord progression is set here with the piano being similar to Jumbo's, only at half the speed. You know, I found that factoid cool. What's even cooler though are the drops, as despite the chillness and slight anticlimacticness, the last few chords especially come out strong. Of course, the melodies in all parts of the drops are also incredibly effective. Seriously, these two cannot stop impressing me, and that's even more true when you take into consideration the lyrics. Don't worry, I can never forget them for how touching and otherworldly impactful they are. This quality shines most in the bridge, which slows the chord progression by another half and builds up rock step beats before dying back down, letting the guitar take the stage. What a roller coaster of a sequence in and of itself. Am I right or am I right? The rest is mainly repeats with a few additions, but don't take that the wrong way, as when the elements being repeated are as moving as here, it pretty much sums out the whole song. Prohibiting it from a higher score now is probably the distortion or lack of a second verse, but I've learned not to let that taint or overcrowd all else this song masters. My updated rating is 95 out of 100. This is currently my 82nd favorite NCS song. Number 3 is The Stranger's Dead by Cadmium and Paul Flint, which is Miles' 14th favorite NCS song. I promise the commentary for this one won't be as long, but it also stands out to me for having one of the most unique concepts I've ever seen. The theme revolving around discovering a dead stranger, as the name, lyrics, and potentially background suggest. Golden is the instrumentation as well, mixing between a dramatic and detective vibe in the off drops, and having epic as always melodic dubstep and brostep in the drops, which maybe could have been a little more epic, but who cares because the aforementioned theme carries. To top it all off, the tempo change leading to the end just made everything even wilder. I give this a 97 out of 100. This is currently my 55th favorite NCS song. On a side note, what's really funny is that the choppiness before the final drop made me worry my headphones were malfunctioning when I was recording it, something I've actually heard many say about the next song. Number 2 is Runaway by Siren Seal, which is Miles' 9th favorite NCS song. Another recent addition to my top 100, although unlike Elysium, I've always loved this for how distant it feels due to the laid-back, nightly instrumentation. Such songs just hit different, you know? The lyrics express another wholesome theme for the most part, and the solid drop beats are something to cherish. An astonishing and enhancing detail is that if you listen closely, you can actually hear prominent elements played quieter in different sections. But the ending is my favorite part of this whole thing, as it brings the sweet vocal effects up front before the last 12 seconds, which are simply surreal in how things fade away. I give it a 98 out of 100. This is currently my 49th favorite NCS song. Thank you so much for watching this video and for sticking with me throughout the year of 2025. This will be my last song ranking video of the year for sure. However, I do plan to upload an unrelated video, so stay tuned for that if it isn't already out. But until then, that's it for me, so I'll see you in 2026. JDC out.